Hello, everybody. My name's Robin O'Neill. This is me reading stuff. It's a Thursday. I'm recording this so much later than I should be. I apologize if anyone was waiting around. Doubtful, though you just never know with people. Maybe somebody really needed this today and I wasn't here until now. I had more than a good excuse. My life has really been problematic this week. And without getting into too many details, just know that I was going through some stuff that's just about as difficult as it gets for me, specifically for me. Yeah, I don't even know where. I'm not going to get into it because it's divulging a little too much, but it's not good. And I'm just having to get it together in order to do this. And the good news is I had to wait for some stuff today. And I was in a weird part of town. Actually, I was in the valley where I used to live, and I hadn't been near my old neighborhood in a long time, and I had to wait for about an hour and a half for something. And so I just went to the mall, and it was a mall that I used to go to because it was in walking distance to my house, and it's a fun mall. I mean, like I have fun there. It's fine. But they had a new bookstore at this mall, and there was a really nice girl named Laura who right away said, "Welcome to," what is this bookstore called? The Open Book at the Oaks Mall. This is in Thousand Oaks, California. And right when I walked in, I noticed they had poetry night every second Friday at 7 p.m. And there's a little poster, and it said, "Come to listen, come to recite. Yours or another's. It's all right." So that gives you an idea of the kind of bookstore this is. It's fun. It's open-minded. It's nice and friendly. But I was wondering if they were going to have a good poetry section. Well, it turns out Laura showed me the way. Thank you, Laura. I loved her. She was the nicest person I've met in like years. She reminded me of one of my favorite people on earth, a friend of mine named April Harris from Grapevine, Texas. Anyway, so she showed me the poetry section, and I sat down on the floor. It was one of those bookstore moments. And the bottom three shelves in this one area were stacked full of awesome books. And I got a Tomas Transtromer book, a Heinrich Heine book, and the one I'm going to read from right now, Writers Writing, Dying, Poems by C.K. Williams. This was published in 2012 by Farrar, Straus, and Giroux. As you know, not long after I started doing this podcast, sadly, C.K. Williams passed away last September, and I've only read him in a memorial tribute type thing right after he died. But I'm going to open up to the title poem from this book, Writers Writing, Dying. I'm going to read it to you right now. Many I could name, but won't, who'd have been furious to die while they were sleeping, but did. Outrageous. They'd have lamented and never forgiven the death they'd construed for themselves, being stolen from them so rudely, so crudely, without feeling themselves like rubber gloves, stickily stripped from the innermostness they'd contrived to hoard for so long. All of it gone, squandered, wasted on what? Death. Crashingly boring as long as you're able to think and write it. Think, write, think. Just keep running faster and you won't even notice you're dead. The hard thing's when you're not thinking or writing, and as far as you know, you are dead, or might as well be, with no word for yourself, just that suction shush like a heart pump or a straw in a milkshake, and death, which once wanted only to be sung back to sleep with its tired old fangs, has me in its mouth. And where the hell are you, that chunk of dying we used to call muse? Well, dead or not, at least there was that fancy off some scribbler, some think and write person. Maybe it was yourself, soaring in the side reel void. And not only that, you were holding a banjo and gleefully strumming and singing, jaw swung a bit under and off to the side, the way crazily happily people will do it, singing songs or not even songs, just lolly-molly syllable sounds. And you'd escaped even from language, from having to gab, from having to write down the idiot gab. But in the meantime, isn't this what it is to be dead, with that Emily fly buzzing over your snout, that you're singing almost as she did? So what matter if you died in your sleep or rushed towards dying, like the Sylvia Hart part of the tribe who ceased too quickly to be and left out some stanzas? You're still aloft with your banjo-less banjo, and if you're dead or asleep, who really cares? Such fun to wake up, though. Such fun, too, if you don't. Keep dying. Keep writing it down. Jesus Christ. You guys, I don't care what anyone says. That's as good as it gets. That kind of saved my day. I don't mean to alarm everybody with my vague descriptions of what's going on with me. Long story short, my cat, who means everything to me, is not well. And I have lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pets in the last 2.5 years. And, you know, I don't have kids. I live for my little animals, and it's rough. So, but no matter what, I still needed to check in with everybody, even though I almost had a mental breakdown in a mall parking lot in Thousand Oaks, California today. I did have I had what I would consider a serious, mental slip or something the other night over this. Oh my God. Do you hear that? I had to leave this on because I've got a delivery that I need to get. Hold on, everybody. I'm back. Where was I? Sorry. That's how I get my prescriptions delivered. Isn't that nice? I'm just divulging all today. Fuck it. You guys have a great rest of your week. If you feel like it, if you like this show, leave me a review over on Podomatic or Instagrams. I prefer Instagrams. First of all, I just pluralize Instagram. Second of all, I don't even fuck with Instagram anymore. I meant iTunes. Please leave me a review on iTunes. I'm up to 68 5-star reviews, everybody. Thank you very, 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 very much. I love you all. I'm sorry for my moodiness. I'm getting through it, you know. It's just been a weird time, but I'm going to be okay, and so are you. We shall see the sky sparkling with diamonds. You know the drill by now. I love you all. I will talk to you again on Monday. Have a wonderful rest of your week and weekend. Celebrate my birthday for me by eating a 7-layer salad and tater tot casserole. Goodbye, everybody.